EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Running, Kelly, and he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. Picked off by Kalen Bullock.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Back to throw. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he's into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. His 12th touchdown of the year. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, the rookie who played here in Seattle for UW. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Lawrence now on 2nd down. Finding room at midfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, run!
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Here's Lawrence to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Let's go!
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Quick throw, taken in. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down.
Here we go, set.
Slot man in motion left.
Set, go.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Davis heading in motion. On first down, Lawrence. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Davis going in motion. On first and 10, Lawrence. That's into the hands of Gabe Davis. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Now a give on the ground. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. To throw is Lawrence. Got his man. It's Kirk. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. They'll try to run this one in. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jaguars. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the first quarter, and they cut into that lead. I got a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7.
Let's go now.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Tyson Campbell that time, able to knock it away.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. 3rd down coming up. He'll look to throw. That's to the left side, hauled in by Lee Gaddis. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll look to throw yet again. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
This one caught at the 4. He is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Now for the point after. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Hey, run!
Lawrence now. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Quay Walker. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
Thanks for 24.
His drive will start on the ground, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. To the ground, he'll get it again. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
All right, let's go.
Davis heading in motion. A first down throw for Lawrence. This one is caught by Kirk. He'll get it inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Jacksonville. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice. But it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars are able to edge a bit closer. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Okay, ready? Ready? 18 Rattler. Ready?
To the air now on 1st and 10. A throw there, caught by Leggett. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. Noah Fant. Touchdown Seahawks. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
23.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We're back to Seattle after this. Second and 7.
Take it easy. Route.
Davis going in motion. Second down, Lawrence. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
And that is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sanderstill. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, You're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can...
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Seahawks scoop it up.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball. So it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Set. 79 Broncos. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Set. Set, go.
Throwing now from the gun. There's the big tight end, Fant. Down the sideline. And he will score. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seattle. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Seahawks add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, go. Go. Silver.
Lawrence. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
42, Jaguars 14.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Now a give to Walker, running right. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I would imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, smash Bronco!
The tight end Fant in motion. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Straight ahead, it's Walker.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 3rd down and 9. Once again, it's Walker.
Walker again the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Seahawks going to bring their kicker out and try a field goal. This from 30 yards out. No issues there. This one is good. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Here comes a return from the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. His throw left side, taken in by Kirk.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Hey, Lion!
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Finding room across midfield. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems, as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man downfield is Legette. And he will score. Xavier Legette, touchdown Seahawks. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Quay Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. They go play action for Lawrence. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Gabe Davis, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you were just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
Let's go now.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty.
On the jump. Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Walker. Yeah! And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
The tight end Fant in motion. Here's a handoff to Walker, running to the left. And he's in! Kenneth Walker! Touchdown, Seattle. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Javon Holland. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Go!
First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again, they'll give it to Charbonnet. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Ready?
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Street! Let's go! Hey, check that! Street! Ready?
They'll run right. Here's Walker. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Here's a run inside, and it's Charbonnet.
Zach Charbonnet, ball carrier. The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Got it. Ready?
The offense staying out there for this 4th down.
Tag. Hut, hut.
They'll try it now with Walker. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle.
The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect...
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you could bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out there.
Go.
A give to Charbonnet. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the pistol, here's Walker. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's Walker. A short game, down to the 7. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Try it again here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal.
Let's go now. Hut.
There's a toss to the left, and it's Charbonnet. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and run with Charbonnet. And good work there by the defense. They stop him at the 9 to force 4th down.
Gain of 3 yards brings up 4th and goal.
The Seahawks going to bring their kicker out and try a field goal. Now, how about this? It's a fake. That's caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Hey, run!
Running, Kelly. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Davis heading in motion. Here we go. One final play. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So the 12th man, a